Hello, collective. Welcome to Carmaboo Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Carmen. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I do use tarot cards, runes, numbers, letters, crystals, and colorful language. If any of that offends you, feel free to hard left this video. For those of you who are staying, we're going to get an oracle read for the collective. What is going on for the collective energies? Spirit, can we get one for the collective? Dreams. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, collective members. It says, look out into the night sky and observe the constellations shining back at you. For it's the stars that point you in the right direction of your dreams. With this in mind, take some time to decide what it is that you wish to come true. Whatever you choose at this time will work out well, so take this opportunity to focus on a lifelong dream or ambition. Go to bed with a sense of excitement, for you're going on a journey as you always do, whether you're aware of it or not. Acknowledge the dreams you have, for each are entwined with meaning and messages to assist you in your awakened state. Okay? Pay attention to your dreams. Go to bed with a clear conscience. Keep a dream journal. A deceased loved one visits you in the dream time, perhaps. Explore lucid dreaming. Okay, so research if needed. Chamomile tea may help some of you at this time. Also, some of you paying homage or gratitude to ancestors could be a really good idea at this time, because I do feel like there's some of them trying to communicate, and paying homage to those energies gives them a lot easier pathway to find you, okay? If you're still energetically connected to them, especially if you have something physical that they could connect to, keep it close to you while you sleep. All right. Woo! Just throw it at me. Okay. All right, we got legacy. Oh, vendetta. 5, 5, 5, 5. Ooh, fives. 4's upside down. Okay, you need to give up on things that are throwing you off of balance. Things that you've been unable to change, or things that you're unable to think positively about. You just need to ground yourself around those energies. Like if you have a job that all of a sudden is not doing so hot, or not paying as well, or not giving you as much hours, like shit that's throwing you out of balance, okay? 222, maybe you're only getting like 22 hours, or maybe they're only working you like 5 hours a day now instead of 8 or 10, or something to that effect, okay? The timing is a problem. Like maybe you're not able to pay what needs to be paid because it's not fulfilling the financial aspect that it was supposed to, okay? Focus on areas where you can find fertility and prosperity. So if you have a side hustle at this time, it's probably a good time to start investing in that, okay? Those dreams, what creates your legacy, is what you need to focus on. I feel like your ancestors have a message about a vendetta of some kind. This could be something that happened, like, I feel like it's involving or it's surrounding children. Something got closed, but it created a vendetta, okay? Something was definitely put under the microscope at some point. That person may have had, like, quote unquote, like a good name, or they were always behind closed doors of some sort. Like they're like out of reach, and that's why it was closed. Someone's legacy is to be the change. Someone's legacy is to take back control. Take that however it resonates for you. Your ancestors are going to be informing you that your legacy is to make those changes, to be adventurous, to find your way back to nature, to not absolve in the corporate BS. That is someone's legacy, is to get back to your roots. And to be, not just get back there, but to be successful at it. You're meant to explore, to challenge rivalries. That's you. That this is your purpose. You are meant to rival the things that throw people out of balance. There's a lot of you that are ignoring your spirit guides. I just want to put that out there. You're ignoring your ancestors or your spirit guides. Like, some of you could be getting nightmares. Some of you could be having like horrible headaches in certain environments, or when you start thinking about certain topics, might even make your heart race. Some of you could get extremely, how do you say that? I don't want to say excited. There's some of you that get like anxious when people bring up your childhood or how you were brought up. Okay, that's going to be your cue that this is probably for you. If there was like an issue with your childhood and how you were brought up, like there's certain things that are not spoken of, or there are certain parts of your childhood that are kind of like memorically missing because they're blocked by trauma, that is your cue that this reading is for you. Your legacy is to change all of that. Whatever was closed, you're meant to bring that to light to force the change, okay? Whether that be like, I don't know, maybe your family has property and you need to explore it and figure out why everybody's banned from being there, or why it was restricted, or some of you it's just freedoms. Like, specifically if you're feminine, I feel like the freedoms are being challenged. Like, certain changes have already happened, but there's certain things that your ancestors had to let go of because it just wasn't time for them to take that legacy yet. There wasn't time. Somebody may have even had a case opened on them for trying to put shit under a microscope before. Your purpose is to take back that control. It is here. Your purpose is to take that back and to make sure that the people who are supposed to be making those changes, to be finding um, freedoms, to challenge rivalries, the people who are the warriors, okay, the things that your ancestors fought for, you need to fight for too. Some of you, it's exploring different ideas, or exploring different ways of doing things that are out of the normal. Like, say your family was farmers and they started like genetically growing food or something. Maybe it's your job to get things back to the root. Or if say that your family has a certain way of raising children per se, and please don't let this be a trigger, but perhaps there's some generational chains that need to be broken. They need to be broken. Specifically, if it has to do with the way children are brought up, or the way that corporate or corporations handle certain things involving your anything to do with your legacy, your family, your children, your name, your career, focusing on how they're able to control certain things and how you can take that back. All right, what advice do we have for this collective member? Never confuse movement for action, Ernest Hemingway. All right, don't confuse their movement for action. They may try to bring up old shit. They may try to open a case. They may put something under a microscope. Okay, they're moving, but are they taking action on it? Okay, so like maybe this is people being like, oh, okay, we'll look at it under a microscope and we'll see if it's actually genetically different than the other. Okay, but if it is, are they going to take action on it? If not, you're going to have to. Or for some of you, it could be that understanding that just because people are talking about it, it does not mean that they're doing something about it. For some of you, there's a power of three here. Could be three siblings, three forms of ancestors. Like maybe it's like you, your mother, your grandmother all have the same belief in some sort of way. Life, death, rebirth. Okay, so that could be like, I keep getting called back to unity. Unity. It's you're gonna have to unify something with a power of three to get this taken care of, because there's two three years. You have the knot and the triple spirals in reverse as well. Again, ignoring the ancestors, not paying tribute, not going with the cycles of life here. Perhaps one of your ancestors lived longer than they were supposed to. Like initially people are expected to live like, I don't know, it's like 70 some years. So maybe you had an ancestor that was like well into their 90s or even 100. Like they were not expected to go that far. And because they did, it was changing the cycles of things because they've seen more than they were supposed to. Yeah. Be careful about who you react to at this point. Watch your reactions. Don't let anyone force you into a reaction or to be reactive. Okay? Because that's them taking your control, which could essentially take the possibility of you being able to put things back into balance, for you to change the timing of things, and to find that stability and prosperity, to put things back into order, okay? Definitely focus on things that you have a lot of knowledge about, things you have the power to change. Protect what needs to be protected. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Always be prepared. Things that you are passionate about could be extremely helpful at this time, especially when you can focus in on something creatively. Like if you have a really green thumb, like grow something. If you have the capability, if you're like a really good artist, eh, eh, absorb it. Absorb it, project it. Like, this is what I see. If you're able to draw it, draw it. If you're able to write it, write it. Maybe you're like really good at public speaking and it's time to project. Yeah. Some of you, the color purple is really important at this time. Some of you may need to like light a purple candle, or you may be like needing to wear the color purple to draw in, because there's purple, purple, purple. That unity comes from that legacy. I'm telling you true. Like that power of three is coming from a legacy. It has something to do with things that you were tied to. These will be things that you couldn't run away from, things that you haven't been able to escape or to pull out of your broadband view of what you're meant to do, your higher purpose. These things always keep repeating and keep coming back. Whether that's like to help people, to maybe a lot of people seek you out to look for advice, or they come to you when they have a problem, or yeah, you get the drift. You get the drift. They're going to keep repeating, and they've been doing it since childhood, where there's something that you're really fucking good at, and it just keeps coming back to you, no matter how hard you try to avoid it, no matter how hard you've tried to drop it, let it go, like block it out. Even at this point with these the 444 and 222 in reverse, like you've tried to block it out and be like, nope, I'm over here, I'm in my own lane. I do my own thing. Don't come at me with your bullshit. It's not my problem. Like, I don't even think it's the same people. I feel like this is a lot of different people coming at you for the same things. Whether that's to help them, to guide them, to offer them advice, to show them the way, like to explore different things, to heal. I mean, really focus in on what it is that you're good at. Because let me tell you what, people around you, they fucking know a lot, especially your ancestors and your family members. They all know what you're good at. They've already got you pinned. So if you don't know what you're good at this point, you need to really focus on that. It will help you find your grounding, your center. Okay. I think the biggest message here is to definitely pay attention and follow what you're dreaming about and your dreams in life in general. Your in mm, your uh you have like this trajectory path of what you believe your life is supposed to follow. Careful with that energy. Your path may be different than what you anticipated. That's okay. But there's something here that you're meant to do, meant to solve, meant to ground, meant to unify. Just don't confuse movement for action, okay? I'm gonna give a little example of this, okay? It's like if you're standing in a room with someone that you have, we'll say, issues with, okay, this person walking up to you is movement. Okay, they're moving, but they have not taken action yet. They have not physically come up to you and told you that you have a problem. They have not physically put their hands on you or attempted to get in your personal space. If they're just moving around, that is just movement. They might be being aggressive. They may be moving quickly. They may even run at you. But are they actually willing to take the action? There's going to be people throughout your entire life that constantly use movement but never take action. Pay attention to that. Are they taking action? Did they physically fucking do it? Did they say that they have a problem? Did they take action on the problem? Like, did they report it? Did they look into it? Did they find the evidence? Did they physically go there? Did they personally talk to that person themselves? Did they physically do the test themselves? You know what I mean? Talk, 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 talk is cheap. Let's do something about it. Okay? Alright, those are the messages that I have for you, collective. If they resonate, please do hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. Feel free to comment. And if you'd like a personal reading, my info is in the description box below the video. And with that, I will wish you all lots of love and light.